It's just hard because we don't take a lot of damage until the second form, and then even then it will take a while. I think I might have to like switch to attack with this one and then make, honestly, warrior. And toss X potions. I assume the damage he does with X potions will charge with warrior. So I think that might be a strat. And I think other than that, it wasn't too bad. So the tacticians did well. Warrior, I still think is a good option. Riku did get full overdrive with Comrade, but not so sure. I think tactician, let's keep it there. Karifean tactician, he's not doing enough slow and stuff. So, not so sure. I think maybe a warrior for him as well, possibly. Poor Kimari, he's, again, he's not been super useful. But, okay, let's just try again. Let's not think too much here. Get straight into it. I do smell blood a little bit here. I think we have a generally decent setup. And I think the zombie, like, once we zombie an X potion hard, like, the fact that we've saved this many X potions for the end could really pay dividends. I mean, almost, yeah, over two-thirds of his HP in the second form can be taken out just by spamming X potions.
I promise this will be quick. Hit me with all you got, Dad.
And make no mistake, I will do whatever it takes to win this fight. We're not like, I'm showing no mercy here. If Karifean's not happy with how I win the fight, then of course that's fine. But I will do everything in my power to win ASAP. Okay. Let's do... I think still... Just thinking if for the first form it's wise to... I'm still going to slow them until they die. Okay. Now. Do or die. So here's the idea. What I'm going to try and do is double cast Firaga and then do one focus in between each time I kill them. So I kill them with just a little more HP every time, but then I do a little more damage each time. That's the thought process. We'll see if it works. So what I can do, I think I can throw the first one as a demi to hit everybody. And then, oh no, it wouldn't be enough. So I just want to see what happens if we do two of these. Yep. And then afterwards I'm gonna focus, and that means that there's more chance I can always kill them with a double cast if that happens. So out comes Waka with Dark Buster. And then Riku with Silence Buster. And I think every time it's zombified, I just got to really go. So, again. So we're going to try and keep the U pagodas out of the game here. What I will also do, I will toss a mana tonic on... Well, first, let's just haste back up again. Well, I only need one. Okay. Now, I also want to get cheers in nice and early, if I can. Because especially in the second form, things get hectic and you just do not have a lot of time to screw around. So we don't need to go crazy bombarding damage right now, but let's see if Warrior is going to start to work here. No, it doesn't. Ah, that's a problem. Yeah, that's ruined my strat here. Partly, at least. I think for now we're still in kind of prep mode. Again, I'm trying not to get too carried away and just start going crazy with damage because I want to try and generally be ready. Ultimate Jack shot obviously coming in is a big problem. That's why I want to mostly survive with cheers if I can, and then maybe buff after that if I can, if I have an overdrive ready. So Auron is the guy who's not the worst one to dispel, if necessary, because he's still got a lot of protection even after he does that. So I think I will keep the pressure on with Lulu here, so that we keep doing damage here. And charge her overdrive, which will be much needed later on. Okay. What if... Yeah, it is going up, but not by as much as I'd hope. We basically need a full overdrive, obviously, by the time Jack gets a full overdrive, and that's just not going to happen at this rate, unfortunately. It's going to be incredibly expensive MP-wise, but we got to do something, otherwise we'll be in big trouble. So I'm not going to charge Jack's overdrive anymore right now. I will get my first focus in. Okay. So this is very MP heavy and not how I wanted to do it, but yeah. We need to beat him to the overdrive here. Like, it's absolutely essential at this point. Now. Sure again. Now, we've used one focus with Lulu. Obviously, random variants can screw us for sure here, but the idea is, because I've used focus, I should be able to kill it by just a little more than I did before. Let's see if it was enough. It was. We've got elixirs and stuff to burn here, so I think we're okay. Now, Waka in. Silence, no, Riku in. Silence Buster I think is more important here. Let's get that on. Ah, shit. Yeah, that ruined many a thing. Yeah, we're generally doing well, but there's still, you gotta really focus in here. So Lulu in. Thankfully Lulu survived, so we can potentially recover from this, but gotta be careful. Okay. In comes Riku. Let's speed up again. Now, did Yuna have a mana tonic as well? I really hope she did. She did not. Gonna toss another one. Don't care. Okay. Just not sure if this next attack will be full overdrive or not. If it is, we're screwed up, but whatever. I had a feeling. I had a slight feeling. So now so just to make sure we all survive here, hopefully. Not sure if we will, but beam. Yeah, okay. But of course it's Yuna again. Oh man! I'm doing my best to get her that full overdrive. Crap, she doesn't have the bloody MP. No! If only the thing worked, that would have been so nice. Do these work when you do a use? I'm not going to be able to get it done. We'll take what little overdrive we can get from here. Then we will do this. Then we will toss an elixir. Okay. I think while we're still in prep mode, we're probably going to have to use the first... yeah, we'll probably have to use the first talk, but that's okay. Yeah, get some warrior overdrive going for him as well. I made a mistake. No. That was a silly, silly mistake. I had a brief think about quick hit, and I was thinking like maybe I can get in before it. Should not have let this happen. I was doing really well. There's just, in this situation, there's just nothing you can do. How did I let this happen? I was going so well. Yeah, there's no way out of it. What? What? You can threaten him? Holy crap, we might have just salvaged this from the depths. I was literally just like thinking about the next attempt and thinking, how did I let that happen? I'm such an idiot. But we still have a chance. There it is. Okay. Now, what we're going to do Just going to try and play this very carefully. I've been given a big reprieve here. What I want to do is basically wait for both of the pagodas to return, and then see if I can do a move, and then have Yuna summon an Overdrive that will kill the pagodas, and also shield the Overdrive. So try to kind of solve a lot of problems in one here. Judging by the size, it's very hard. Like, judging by the size of their CTBs, I'm trying to see if Yuna can get another turn in. If she... I don't think she can. This is an annoying situation. I'm kind of trying to do too much at once here, but it would really benefit me if I could just take out this pagoda, because I don't want to kill it. I think I have to let it go. Because basically what I'm thinking is if I do the double Firaga here, it doesn't kill the pagoda and it has like 200 HP left. Then I come in and I do a quad 9 kill on it. It's going to come back with over 20,000, and then that starts to really screw up this nice little strategy I'm trying to build. So that's what I'm afraid of. If I knew that I could kill this thing, I would double cast. And I don't want to double cast too hard. Like, if I do a flare, I don't know how much damage it's going to do. So it's a bit of a weird position here. I'll still slow this guy. Okay. Yeah, I could have done that a little differently. I didn't think that through correctly. I kind of forgot that I still had one more turn to play with. That was a mistake. I think it's okay. I'm just kind of really trying to hyper optimize here and really make the best of it, but tried to sneak this in, thinking maybe I could get one ahead of Braska's final Aeon. Alright, I think we have to summon here because obviously that still leaves us 2 talks, which would be nice. So I'm going to summon. Who should I summon? So I'm going to summon and then obviously unload the Overdrive, and I think it should be okay. It leaves them about 3,000 each. And then I have to be careful with how much damage I kill them, and then I should be alright. So, okay, let's go for it. Yeah, at this stage just very afraid to basically quote-unquote overkill the pagodas and bring their HP up to like 20,000. It would make the fight unsustainable, so I'm just really being careful how I do it. So let's just do this. Possessed by you, Yevon. Interesting. I like that. That's really cool. But this means that they can't act, right? Interesting. Zombified, huh? Oh. When he said he will not use it, I thought it meant as in... I basically misunderstood that. I really thought it meant that, like, literally against Aeons. Wow, this is a big race against time then. Much bigger than I thought. Like, my whole strat is different now as a result. Okay, this is going to have to be a sprint. We're going to have to really start sprinting here. Okay, fine. So this one is the one I have more chance of killing. So you do have to kill the pagodas, and you have to work very fast to ensure that you get the job done. So yeah, this kind of stuff can't happen. I think I'm generally on the right wavelength with focus and stuff to really slow it down. But we have to make sure we're doing like the right kind of damage. Like not wasting anything really, just doing the correct amount of damage. Okay. Let's just generally bring down the HP. So I think this attempt is probably gone at this point, because I've been too slow, thinking I could still block it with an Aeon. When I read he won't use it, I was like, it basically means he won't use it on the party. Obviously, if you summon an Aeon, because I'm just so used to an Aeon shield being an answer that, yeah.
I won't lose.
Obviously, if you last long enough in the fight, it's okay. But if you don't, then it's big trouble. Okay. Fire target on you. And target on you. So if you're basically working Jack's Overdrive in any way, you kind of need to make sure it's worth it. So you can't be hitting him for like 2,000-3,000s and then trying to hope that it actually does something. So now we will... Do we have a lowly grenade? We do. So this keeps the damage low on everyone. But it does charge the overdrive. That's what I mean. So we've got to really be careful with that. So get that in. Okay, now we're in business. I think we need to really start going hard here. There's no time like the present. Okay. So in order to charge the warrior overdrive, we're going to start to go with Tidus as well a little bit here. Quickest damage output here. So I think we're going to start to get a bit spammy with this stuff now. We're going to go. Okay. $431. Okay. It's not poison right now, is he? Yeah, no poison. Okay. So we're gonna wait. So for now, I'm gonna toss one of these just in case. Right, Riku waits. Tidus waits. And now Auron will move things along. Now I need to properly observe what happens during this, because we see the ultimate Jack shot, but then I think he also loses all of his debuffs and all that stuff. And I think we get hit with breaks, so we need to really watch out. I don't know if defending even helps. We'll find out. I think I have more cheers than last time. Riku's still the danger here. I have a feeling it's probably special damage, so Protect probably doesn't do anything. But the cheers probably will. Let's see. Yeah, same outcome as last time. The gap is so big between Riku and the others, like she got hit so much harder. Okay. Now let's check our own situation here. Yeah, so you get all of the breaks, which is far from ideal. And this guy obviously gets all of his shit back, which is also fantastic. Now, yeah, I kind of wish that the Overdrive reset as well when he makes this transition, but it's not the case. I'm trying to think what's the best move to make here. I think we still have to start with this. Yeah, the breaks are really, really nasty here. It just takes so much time from here to kind of reset yourself and do everything again. I think it's a tough one because you really have to, before you make this transition, I think you need a bunch of overdrives ready as well, like we don't have enough. Let's try and do... Fyra will do about 2,800. Will Flare do closer to quad 9? That would be my guess. How much would Fire do? It would be 5,900, 2,100, 1,200. Yeah, it wouldn't be enough. So this is just a test to see if we can somehow just stop this guy. At least one of them. So this is far from ideal here, but 3,200. If this is quad 9. Okay, that actually worked out decently. You wall. Oh, it's the first time we even saw him have a turn there. Sheesh. Shell, protect, shell. Okay. But it wasn't Power Wave. That's kind of interesting. Okay. These two are in grave danger, so that's not wise. I think I have to try a Sinus Buster, but then if the Sword Swipe comes in, I think everyone's kind of dead. Just wish I was a tiny bit quicker. Basically, I'm thinking of sacrificing a character and letting them die. But is it worth a gamble on a threaten? Could be a game over if it doesn't work. Last time, I'm not sure which move it's going to pull from here. You have to assume it's got to be a Sword Swipe. It's got to be. But the Sword Swipe without Power Break, I feel like it's going to... Even Riku might just die straight up. And if that happens, obviously we're in grave, grave danger. But even with a Power Break, I feel like at least two of them will survive if I manage that, so probably worth a shot. Ah, guess wrong. We're dead. I guess wrong. Wow, I somehow survived. You haste. Oh my god. Yeah, no. It's a pagoda management fight. It really is. It all comes down to that. It all comes down to that. Jeez. Wow, double magic? What the fuck? Since when? Yeah, I can't hang with that. You know. No. Lulu had auto haste there, by the way. She got absolutely crushed. I think the Jack Beam has a delay to it, so that even if you don't get petrified, I think you get delayed. Wow. Yikes. So, okay, but at least that was a mistaken attempt in which I kind of wasted time trying to summon an Aeon and all that crap. It was totally a waste. It's my bad for misunderstanding the sensor text. I think the sensor text was written correctly. It was just me with like my just OG brain of using Aeons to block. So I'm like, as soon as I saw won't use it, I'm like, ah yeah, just use an Aeon, then he won't use it on your party. But obviously that's not what it's saying. Now, Overdrive's just becoming more and more important here. Also, another big thorn in our side is the fact that tossing items does not work here. So that's not nice. And I just feel like none of these other ones are going to charge Yuna up quick enough. Just none of them will work. I think I'm going to try... everyone on Warrior except for Riku and Waka. Okay. So I think we'll go for it like that. In terms of what we customized so far, is there anything we do like? Or anything we want to change? Does everyone have every slot covered? I think Stoneproof staying on there still feels like a bit of a must. I feel like Waka, I can kind of swap this magic defense plus 30 for another HP plus 30 instead. Like, sure, magic defense is nice and all, but just having a bit more HP is probably still better for him. So I think that's one that I could swap. Magic 30. We haven't really been using much magic for her, but whatever. HP. I think I'm happy with the HP extra ones, honestly. This one, generally okay. This one's still doing its job, I would say. Haven't had many chances to counterattack, honestly. But one more slot for Riku. What can we fill that with? Yeah, none of this stuff would really help. Yeah, there's literally nothing. Fine. So I think the one thing I might do just so I can just redo these attempts more quickly is swap Waka's magic defense plus 30 for HP plus 30. And I'll take away like the requisite items as a result. So how much does it cost for an HP plus 30? It should be 3 mega potions, I think. We're down to 2 as a result, but might still be worth it. Whoops. Yeah, so I think for this attempt, that's what we're going to try. This will be quicker than reloading the save and doing the mini game and all that stuff again. So mega potions drop down to 2, and equipment for Waka, we go to I think maybe because there's extra, like because it's the mod, things don't look the same in terms of equipment. Oh, it's magic def plus 3%. Okay, it's been changed. I was thinking, like, what is going on here? Yeah, so I will also just max his HP as a result. 5, 2, 2, 3. There you go. Alright, I think that's probably a better option for him. That's why I would have customized. Alright, here we go again. I think attempt number 5 now? But I do think we're really starting to get closer and figure out more and more of the fight. This hasn't really been one for me where I really need to think hard about what's the turn order and what's the pattern and all this kind of stuff. It's a different kind of fight. And I think I kind of like that because obviously there's been a lot of that in this playthrough. And a lot of tough fights where you have to try to work out the cycle and plan all of that out. But this one I think is just more about just overall management.
I promise this will be quick.
Really working with those
Hit me with all you got, Dad.
you pagodas and really keeping them out of commission as much as you can. Okay, so the start of the fight will probably be the same as what we've been doing up until now. Doing. Yeah, the amount of turns this already buys you early on is pretty nuts. Okay, now I think let's already begin with this stuff. He actually just about has enough time here. And again, I don't think Auron is essential to this early part of the fight. That in. I do hit through darkness. Yeah, that's a bit shit. I just love it when you're like starting to get the hang of things and then some bullshit happens that hasn't been happening all along. Go away. Stupid. Yeah, now I bet this is going to hit everyone as well. Oh, what a surprise, it did. Screw you, game. Right, let's get a focus in. I'm still going to do them one at a time for now. Now, this is the part of the fight where we really need to make some headway. Like, no screwing around, just get lots of damage in and make it happen. Again, it's like DPS. Just got to think of it in terms of what is the quickest damage output we can do right now. I think probably still going to double cast. I'll do a demi and I'll do a bio. But does each one lift the gauge? Because the camera panning, I can't always tell, honestly. Yeah, they probably do. But we need all the extra damage we can get here. I think I want to get this on. Just I feel like I lose too much time doing this. Let's see. So a little bit risky there. A little bit risky. Okay. There you go. Take the extra damage. Okay, pagoda's back. Let's send it back to the Shadow Realm. Okay. Armor Raid, Zombie, Poison. But this is a stage of the fight where we immediately need to come back and put this stuff back on, otherwise we'll be in trouble. And I think these are the moves that cause us problems. Like, the Overdrive goes up, but we don't do a lot of damage in the process. So I think this Silence Buster here is like a very suboptimal kind of move, but yeah, 230 damage and you still charge the Overdrive, which I'm not happy about, but for now at least we'll see if it's okay. Yep. Okay. Gonna bring Kimari in, maybe. See if I can get him to survive. An ultimate jack shot. If not, it doesn't matter. It's worth a try. So now again, it's all about the speed. Let's just get in there and go. Go now. Especially while this Overdrive is already full, this is the best time to really go in and try and do the most damage you can. So we're going like hyper aggressive here. Okay. So now we're still generally out of time for this one. We have to use a torque.
I won't lose!
Keep going. So the plan was to wait for this pagoda to come. Now I want to use another one of these for the Tactician Overdrive. Or maybe I just use one of these for now, just to speed it up. Is that clever? definitely need to remember to stack maybe like a couple next time in terms of that stuff. Okay. The only thing I don't know is if I, let's say, power break him, the ultimate jet shot that we see, is that a power broken one? Or is it not? Because it doesn't have any of the statuses once the second form starts, so technically that first move probably still is unaffected. I think in any case it's probably best to keep pushing forward at the moment. Okay. Don't know why that keeps happening. We don't have a choice. We have to kill this guy like now. Okay, let's bring in someone fast. Fast again. Have to be very careful now. This is again the dangerous part of this fight. I'm starting to think more and more that it just might be a good idea to not bother with Auron in this fight, possibly. Basically, I want to wait for the pagodas to come out. I want to kill them one more time. And that will probably help me get at least one more overdrive set. Because obviously right now, this is when the overdrive moves really slowly. Okay. Again, staying very careful here. This is where just thinking when to bring out Riku here. So we still have a little more time. Let's see if she can get this focus in before... just about can't. But we'll try to finish it off anyway. See what we can do. Yeah, those focuses are helping. I mean, we're getting closer. It's not quite there, but not bad. It's close. Now, how much left? 518. Okay. So this is again for the purpose of charging Overdrive. There you go. It's there. Okay. So we still have a tiny bit of time here. Just thinking, who do I leave out there to take the ultimate jet shot? Kimari, Riku, and Yuna or Tidus might be a good option. Yeah, this is again the critical phase of the fight. We have 2 overdrives. It's not amazing, but it'll do. Maybe it'll do. I'm saying it'll do, but maybe it won't. This is just for damage to take out. Let me, hold on. I'm not going to attack Braska's Fine Leon here. I don't want to do any extra damage to him. So we'll do this, just to kill it. Okay, just enough. So at this stage, I think we have to take the hit, I think, whatever's going to happen here, because if I hit, then we'll get killed by... Yeah. Basically, the poison damage will take its ultimate eject shot, and obviously we don't want that to happen. So, I think we wait. Okay, we can live with that. Now we go double cast again. $38. Ugh, yeah, this is what can happen. Now, I think we can let maybe Lulu die, possibly, because the pagodas will be gone for a time. What's the best way to deal with this now? I'm wondering if like a Kimari Lancet is the best way. Alright, I think this is how we're going to do it. We are going to... I'm going to straight up sacrifice Kimari here, I think. Alright, this is how we're going to try to do it. I think I'm going to try to give myself as much time as possible, so I'm going to wait for this one move. Wait, Wonka doesn't have haste. Why? Okay. Here it is. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna push it over the edge. See how we go. Pretty sure it's not going to be affected by power break, so the kind of damage we were seeing before is probably going to be roughly what we see again. I've got Riku with a full overdrive in reserve, so I won't have to dispel Riku. And Lulu has auto haste, so even if I have to dispel Lulu, she'll still have her haste. So she'll be able to continue the onslaught a bit more quickly. And I have one more talk left. I really need to hope that at least 2 of my characters survive here. Riku's been the only one that's died so far. Oh, Lulu died. That's a surprise. That's a surprise. Okay. So, where do we start here? I think to try and get control of things again as quickly as possible, I think maybe we start with some stuff like this. Just so everyone else can get the buffs quick time. So plan here is to go full break immediately. So Auron is slow here, but before the pagodas come back, I wanna get those breaks on immediately. And alright, with the power break, I trusted in the protections there, and it worked. But look how quickly that turn is already back. Now, what can we do? Basically, this gives Lulu a chance to kill the pagoda before it can do anything, so I think it's worth a try. That swipe is just deadly. Well evaded. Well evaded, she gives us a chance. 6,600. Okay. Double cast. All the focuses are gone. So this will do like 5,500 and something. A little bit worried that it won't be enough, like the 2 of them. So I think what we can do, oh no, a demi will push it. No, honestly, pushing it to overdrive is not the biggest problem here right now. So I think we can survive with that. So I'm thinking, should I do a demi and then like a Firaga? Let's try it. At least demi will hit everybody. And we just hope for the best after that. And then we bring in Tidus to talk. 2,000. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. We overkilled it by about 1,000, I think. Right, so there's our second opportunity. But he's just very quick now, Jex in this form. Incredibly quick. So I think I'm gonna pull the same move here. I think now, maybe worth a Demi Fury, and then I'll bring in someone to finish off the pagoda in some way. Surely I should be able to kill it. So let's use it. I'm gonna use Demi Fury here. That's the plan. Needs to work. Okay, managed to get the 6. 6 is like the minimum. Yeah, I basically don't have an Overdrive that has a bigger damage output than that. It's nuts. What's left? 3,900. It's a little more than I hoped. Riku just copycats the Demi Fury. So, Yuna now has the ability to cast magic like that, which is good. Just thinking, is Waka strong enough? He's certainly slow enough. Now. I think my only guaranteed chance of killing this guy is Yuna using some black magic. I just don't know how much damage Waka's going to do. I'm not sure I can trust him. And he's just so slow. It's one of the best chances we've had so far, so I really don't want to screw this up. I feel like it's my only hope, really. And she's quick, so we'll have one more turn before Braska's final Aeon. So it's going to get a bit hectic the next time they come back, but I think we have to try. I think it's got to be this. Huh? What? How did you survive that? I'm stunned. Absolutely stunned. Is Yuna's oh, she doesn't have the +30. I really thought it'd be much closer to Lulu's. Shit. I totally underestimated how bad that magic was. Ooh wee. That ruined the whole run. That absolutely ruined me. Shit, man. Because his armor broken, I'm still in with a chance here, but I need to fix this like now. What's the best way to deal with this now? I think Shadow Gem for speed here. And just pray to God I survive the next turn. Or can I definitely kill it on the next turn? I can with Yuna, but I'd sacrifice her in order to do it, so... What are we looking at here? What's the situation? Waka can definitely kill it, but... Ooh. Man, this ended up being a really bad situation. Gonna try my luck. Okay. That could have been way worse. 1,042. Oh, really running on fumes here. Okay, let's get this in. I'm doing a bloody 1,000 damage is such a pain. Alright, let's just get this done. It's not exactly how I wanted to do it, but fine. Okay. It really needs to be go time now, but it's a struggle at the moment. Right. I need to get Auron out of there as well so I can do quicker damage. Auron's got to go. But for now everyone has full health, so maybe I need to just do it. Or do we bring in Riku? And... yes. Oh man, she's in slow motion. So this is going to be a race to stop the U pagodas from getting turns at this stage. If I can stop that for a long enough time, we have a small chance. So what we'll do We'll double cast Demi and see where that leaves us. I really need to get Orin out of there. He's been delayed way too much. Okay. Counter. Okay. We'll take anything right now. 6,600. God damn. So I think we need a little teamwork here. 112,000. It's been our best shot. Okay, finally dropping below quad 9 now for this guy. Now, who still has brakes? I haven't checked this for a little while, honestly. She's got brakes on. Who does not? I think Riku doesn't. Yeah, I think we're going to have to trust what we have here and really make a push now. See if we can do it. Right, I need speed. Marco doesn't exactly have a ton of it, but he's got more. Yeah, that poison also helping me out here. How much you got? 14,000. We've been doing our best to keep this under control. And it's still working for now. Can we ignore it and just go all in? I think we might be able to, you know. I think we can make a push. I think we can make a push here. I forgot if we've used Talk twice. I think we have. I think if we're very careful with how we do this, but it's going to come in with haste next. So it needs to be like super duper careful. Hold on, no. I think that's too dangerous. What can we use? Try and bring it down to size. I'm not using it for much else. Basically, I don't want to work the overdrive unless I know I'm hitting like quad 9 damage. So bring in someone quicker again. He is quicker. I think I gotta know how much a Shadow Gem does. Let's just see. Yeah, it's more damaging than a Demi, because this is a half and not a quarter, therefore it's obviously better to use. So let's get rid of this guy. But no, let's not, because Yuna's gonna die on the next move. So I don't want that to happen. Vairaga. And I think there's one more attack in there. I don't think it'll go to overdrive. But I think we got to be aiming for quad 9s here. So it's just if a sword swipe comes in, like the CTB looks fantastic now, but it'll look very bad very quickly. And he does have shell, so I'm not going to do that much damage. It'll be like 4,000 or something. I think it's just not worth it. And I think Demi will do like 1/16th, which at this stage I don't think is all that much, but Magic Booster maybe helps. I don't know. Ooh. Yeah, okay. I knew I had one more move. Let's just get rid of it. Okay. And then in the next set of turns, we try and finish it off. Not sure what else we can do other than that. Just in case he gets hit through darkness. Alright, here we go. Yep. Okay, full overdrive. But we have a bunch of turns here. And I think we can get the job done. Whew. These X potions have been absolutely huge. I've been very glad that I've held on to them for this fight. Oh my god. I think we did it. Well, basically, yeah. Let's see. Let's try and end it with some flair. We probably can't. Nah. Well, it is mental broken. Maybe, I don't know. Let's look and see. Maybe. It's going to be close. Is it? Oh! 716. Who's going to deliver the final blow? I think it's got to be Kimari with flair. After all the hard work that he's done in this fight, I think he deserves to finish it all off. To be defeated by a Kimari Flare. It's been real, my friends. Let's do this. Woo! Masters mod storyline complete. 5 attempts on the big man. Those X potions did a lot of work, for sure. Now, as always, I gotta know, has he done anything special for you, Yevon, or not? Like, for the Pbirdman mod, it wasn't really the case. It wasn't like a losable fight. Will it be in this one? Oh, man. I think the primary thing I like about that fight is that he kind of forces you to engage with the pagodas, because from what I remember, a lot of the time you could basically keep them down pretty easily or just slow them and then ignore them. Obviously, Aeon shield blocking being disabled I think was the right call, because I think a lot of people, like myself, I literally read the sensor text and I still tried to do it. So removing that option I think is good. Even like auto life, hyper mighty guard, whatever you want to throw at it.
You're gonna cry.
It's not going to work.
You always cry.
So I think in that sense it was well designed. Obviously it's terrifying because it means you literally can't face a single triumphant grasp. Maybe really near the end if you just have like a final few moves and you can get over the line. But with 2 characters it gets increasingly difficult and you're not going to last too long, I feel. And so I think the way that he kind of forced you to engage with that was really good.
Right.
And so it forced me to think about the fight in a different way to what I normally do.
Don't we?
But this time when I finally kind of nailed the second form,
Good.
and I was able
That's
to
right.
keep the pagodas
You are
down
my son, after all.
and stop them from healing the full break that I managed to pull
You
with
know,
Orin.
For the
That
first
was
time, I'm
huge.
glad.
The zombification was huge. The poison
To
actually
have
ended up
you
doing a
as
decent
my
amount of damage once I afflicted it in the second
father.
form. Not sacrificing,
Subject.
like not getting the
Shut.
breaks on all of my most useful
No.
characters after the ultimate Jack shot was
Yuna.
also big.
There's no
Um,
time.
Lu- Lulu was huge.
You stay away!
My little strategy of using focus, like in general, it was okay,
The Aeons.
but Lulu dying
We Aeons.
against ultimate Jack shot was a little bit unexpected.
Call them.
And so unfortunately that kind of ruined that a little bit, but the idea was there and I kind of implemented it a little bit. But in the end it kind of had to come down to a little bit more of item usage and just making sure I was doing as much damage as possible, but at the right time. And so a little bit of overdrive management, not over-attacking Fastest Fine Aeon. And obviously pagoda management ended up winning the day. And just being able to let loose, I think it was just nice to not think about, oh, but should I use this? And what about the next fight? And should I customize this? Should I not do this? Having the freedom to just really let loose and use all of your best stuff. Because there is no tomorrow after Braska's Final
Here it
Aeon.
comes.
It is, you're going to be able to end the game. And so, all in all, it was great. And I'm very glad I managed to make it this far. So, I think what I would do, I don't want to do like a big review of it because there's still a lot to do. And some of the absolute biggest and best fights are still to come, I'm sure. And so I'm not going to go off into a long monologue here about, like, you know, the experience and all of that kind of stuff. Just suffice to say that I think it's called the Masters mod, but it was truly done by a master of Final Fantasy X. And Karifean, you did an outstanding job. I know you're watching this. Just really appreciate and respect all the work that you've put into this. And it's been an absolute pleasure to be able to play this. And so in a nutshell, I'm just incredibly glad I got to do this. Thank you all so much for the support. Like every week, the Final Fantasy X Fridays have been so fun. A few years after the Pbirdman mod to be able to get to do something like this again. And the community still kind of rising to the challenge and watching the episodes and engaging and being so generous with your support. It's been absolutely massive. And it's been an absolute joy to bring this series to you. And I'm still looking forward to doing more. So let's finish this off in style. And then we will look to do the post-game in the next session. So let's see if there's anything weird that's been cooked up here, or if it's kind of pretty much exactly the same as vanilla.